Welcome to the Old Coins Explorer. Imagine holding a single coin in your hand that could make you a millionaire overnight. These rare wheat pennies from 1935, 1945, 1948, 1953, and 1955 aren't just pennies. They are tiny pieces of history carrying unimaginable wealth. In perfect condition, each coin can fetch millions of dollars, changing lives instantly. Don't spend them for pocket change. These coins have the power to rewrite your fortune forever. First up, imagine holding in your hand a tiny coin that could change your life forever. A simple 1-cent wheat penny from 1945. Yet it carries unimaginable wealth hidden in its copper glow. Unlike ordinary pennies you see in circulation, this 1945 wheat penny is more than just currency. It's a piece of history, a silent witness to the end of World War II, and a rare treasure that can make someone a billionaire overnight if found in flawless condition. Its appeal isn't just monetary. It's a window into the past, echoing stories of a world rebuilding itself while ordinary citizens carry their dreams in their pockets. Owning this coin isn't merely about money. It's about holding a fragment of history that whispers fortunes into the ears of those who truly recognize its value. The 1945 wheat penny, officially known as the Lincoln wheat cent, is remarkable not only for its age but for the rarity that certain conditions create. Minted in the aftermath of global conflict, this coin was struck in millions. Yet few survived the decades without losing their mint luster. The true fortune lies in those rare specimens that remain untouched, preserving the smooth sheen of their copper surface, the crisp detail of Abraham Lincoln's profile, and the iconic wheat stalks that grace the reverse side. Collectors obsess over these minute details because a coin in mint condition from 1945 is no longer a simple cent. It's a treasure whose value skyrockets exponentially, often reaching hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. What makes the 1945 wheat penny stand out among other coins of its era is its composition and history. Made primarily of copper, with traces of tin and zinc, this coin endured wartime metal shortages and economic upheaval, making its survival even more miraculous. Each penny carries the imprint of the engraver's precision and the mint worker's meticulous labor. Its wheat ears, representing prosperity and abundance, contrast sharply with the hardship of the time, creating a symbolic masterpiece of resilience. Collectors know that finding a 1945 wheat penny with these elements perfectly preserved is akin to discovering a tiny time capsule, a coin that carries both historical significance and astronomical financial potential. In today's market, a 1945 wheat penny in perfect mint state condition could easily be worth millions of dollars. The exact price depends on the coin's grade, which ranges from fine to perfect mint state, but even coins with minor flaws often fetch high sums among serious collectors. Imagine discovering such a coin tucked away in a forgotten drawer or inherited from a long-lost relative. It could instantly catapult someone from ordinary life into a realm of unimaginable wealth. This is why every coin enthusiast dreams of that one flawless 1945 wheat penny, a coin that doesn't merely represent cents, but the power to transform fortunes overnight. Beyond its monetary value, the 1945 wheat penny carries stories etched in metal. It was minted during a pivotal year, when the world was emerging from the shadows of war, and America was stepping into a new era of prosperity. Each coin served as a tool of daily trade, passing hands from grocers to farmers, from children saving allowances to veterans returning home. That everyday use makes surviving coins even more precious. They weren't stored in vaults but circulated, each carrying the marks of life, some subtle, others more pronounced. The coins that survived in pristine condition are almost miraculous, as if time itself had chosen to preserve them for those fortunate enough to recognize their hidden fortune. Collectors and numismatists often describe the thrill of finding a 1945 wheat penny as indescribable. The coin is not just a piece of metal. It's a puzzle piece of history, a connection to the past that is tangible and real. Every detail matters. The sheen of the copper, the depth of Lincoln's facial features, the clarity of the wheat stalks. Coins with minute errors, like double strikes or off-center imprints, are even more coveted, sometimes skyrocketing in value beyond comprehension. A 1945 wheat penny in perfect condition can spark bidding wars that elevate its price into the millions, transforming a simple cent into a life-altering treasure. Owning such a coin demands patience, knowledge, and a discerning eye. Experts spend years studying the tiniest characteristics of each coin, understanding mint marks, grading scales, and subtle imperfections that could drastically affect value. The 1945 wheat penny is no exception. Its rarity and historical significance make it a jewel for collectors who are willing to invest time, effort, and sometimes fortunes to acquire the perfect specimen. For those lucky enough to hold one, it's not just about wealth. It's about pride, achievement, and the satisfaction of owning a piece of history that very few can claim. The aura of mystery surrounding the 1945 wheat penny adds to its allure. Unlike modern coins, these pennies were produced in a world without mass digital records, meaning some could have been lost, hidden, or forgotten for decades. Every coin has a story waiting to be discovered, and for collectors, that story is priceless. When a flawless 1945 wheat penny surfaces at auction, the world watches in awe, not just at the money it commands, but at the symbol of fortune, history, and legacy it represents. Holding such a coin is like holding potential to rewrite a destiny, a single cent that could change lives forever. Finally, the 1945 wheat penny is a reminder that fortune often comes in the smallest packages. A coin that once bought candy or bus rides now holds a power to create unimaginable wealth. Its copper gleam is a beacon of possibility, a tiny artifact of history with monumental potential. For anyone fortunate enough to discover or own a pristine 1945 wheat penny, the lesson is clear. This is not just a coin. It is a key to wealth, a bridge to history, and a rare opportunity that should never be squandered. Its value, both historical and financial, ensures that this tiny 1-cent coin remains one of the most coveted treasures in the world of numismatics, capable of making dreams real overnight. Next up, imagine holding a coin in your hand that is not just a piece of metal, but a tiny key to unimaginable wealth, a 1935 wheat penny from the United States. To the untrained eye, it might seem like an ordinary 1-cent coin, yet this small artifact carries potential to transform someone's life overnight. Minted during the heart of the Great Depression, this coin was part of a nation struggling with hardship, scarcity, and hope. Owning a 1935 wheat penny in pristine condition is like holding a silent time machine, a relic that whispers fortunes and stories from nearly a century ago, promising to change your destiny if treated with care and reverence. The 1935 wheat penny, officially part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, is one of the most sought-after coins among collectors. Its appeal isn't simply in its age, but in its survival through decades of circulation, loss, and neglect. The majority of these coins were used in everyday transactions, buying groceries, paying bus fares, or saved in jars by hopeful families. Very few survived the wear and tear time with their details perfectly preserved. This is why a flawless 1935 wheat penny can command astonishing sums, often reaching into millions of dollars in today's market, making it not just a coin, but a life-altering treasure. What sets a 1935 wheat penny apart is the perfect blend of history and artistry. Struck primarily from copper with subtle traces of tin and zinc, the coin captures a moment in American history with remarkable clarity. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, whose stoic profile represents leadership and perseverance, while the reverse displays the iconic wheat ears, a symbol of prosperity and hope in uncertain times. Every groove, every line, and every subtle detail adds to the coin's allure, making it a masterpiece of craftsmanship that tells a story far greater than its monetary face value. In today's collector market, a 1935 wheat penny in mint or near-mint condition can fetch astronomical prices. Coins graded as flawless, with deep luster, sharp details, and no circulation marks, are extremely rare and highly prized. For investors and collectors, these coins represent more than money. They are a tangible form of wealth that can multiply in value over time. Imagine discovering one in a forgotten box, attic, or old collection. The impact could be life-changing. This coin has a potential not just to make someone wealthy, but to elevate them to a status of financial security and prestige that few can even imagine. The 1935 wheat penny also carries immense historical significance. Minted during the Great Depression, a time of economic struggle, unemployment, and social hardship, these coins circulated to the hands of hard-working Americans. Each coin tells a story of resilience, survival, and hope. It witnessed generations passing by, exchanged in everyday commerce, saved in jars, or tucked away as small treasures. The few coins that survive without were like tiny monuments to that era, carrying both the weight of history and the promise of untold wealth. Collectors are particularly fascinated by the rarity of certain 1935 wheat pennies. Some carry unique minting errors, double strikes, misaligned dies, or unusual coloration, which can increase their value exponentially. Even minor variations can make a coin rare and highly coveted. Experts in numismatics spend years learning to identify these subtle differences, understanding that the right coin can command millions at auctions. A single flawless 1935 wheat penny, particularly with a rare mint mark or error, can create bidding wars, driving its price to unimaginable heights and transforming a simple 1-cent coin into a treasure that seems almost magical. The thrill of owning a 1935 wheat penny lies not only in its potential monetary value, but in the story it represents. Each coin survived decades of change, from horse-drawn carriages to modern highways, from cash registers to piggy banks. It connects the owner to history in a tangible, personal way. For collectors, holding this coin is like holding a conversation with the past, a rare chance to connect with generations that lived through times of challenge and triumph. Its significance goes far beyond the copper it is made of. It embodies hope, perseverance, and the promise of fortune. The 1935 wheat penny is a symbol of opportunity hidden in plain sight. In a world where true wealth often seems unattainable, this coin represents something rare and real. Its preservation is a testament to luck, foresight, and timing. Those who recognize its value understand that it is not just about money, it is about legacy. A perfect 1935 wheat penny can make its owner part of an elite circle of collectors and investors who hold one of the most extraordinary treasures in numismatics. It is a coin that promises to rewrite destinies, creating fortunes from a single piece of history. Finally, the 1935 wheat penny reminds us that greatness often comes in the smallest forms. A coin worth a single cent at its creation now holds a power to generate unimaginable wealth, potentially making someone a billionaire overnight. Its historical significance, rarity, and pristine preservation combine to make it one of the most valuable coins in the world. Owning such a penny is more than an investment. It is an experience, a connection to history, and a chance to hold in your hand something that few have seen and even fewer can afford. The 1935 wheat penny is not merely a coin. It is a symbol of fortune, legacy, and the timeless allure of rare treasures. Next up, picture holding a coin in your hand that seems small and ordinary, yet it carries the weight of history and the power to transform your life, the 1953 wheat penny from the United States. To most, it is just a simple 1-cent coin, but in pristine condition, it can hold unimaginable wealth, enough to make someone a billionaire overnight. Minted in the post-war era, during a time when the world was rebuilding and hope was being restored, this coin represents not only currency, but also a symbol of prosperity, resilience, and opportunity. Owning it isn't just about money. It's about holding a fragment of history that could rewrite your future. The 1953 wheat penny, part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, is extraordinarily coveted by collectors around the globe. While millions were minted, the majority circulated in daily life, exchanging hands countless times. Over decades, wear and tear diminished the details of most coins, leaving only a rare few in mint condition. These surviving examples are extremely valuable because they preserve every delicate detail, from Lincoln's stoic profile on the obverse to the iconic wheat ears on the reverse. A flawless 1953 wheat penny isn't just a coin. It's a treasure whose rarity can translate into unimaginable wealth. What makes this coin particularly fascinating is its historical context. Post-World War II America was experiencing a period of economic recovery, optimism, and growth. The 1953 wheat penny was minted during a time of national rebuilding, yet it still retained the charm and artistry of earlier decades. Its copper composition, enhanced with traces of tin and zinc, allows it to maintain a lustrous shine over decades if preserved carefully. The detailed design is not just aesthetic. It tells a story of hope, resilience, and the promise of prosperity in uncertain times. Every line, curve, and inscription on this penny adds to its allure and value. In today's collector market, a 1953 wheat penny in flawless, mint state condition can reach astronomical sums. Even pennies that appear ordinary to the untrained eye can hold immense value when graded for perfection. Experts look at every detail: the sharpness of Lincoln's features, the clarity of the wheat stalks, and the absence of circulation marks. A single perfect coin can spark bidding wars, where the final price can reach millions of dollars. For those lucky enough to find one, it is not merely a coin. It is a key to a fortune that could change a life overnight. The historical significance of the 1953 wheat penny adds another layer to its appeal. These coins were circulated in a nation recovering from war, reflecting the daily life and economy of the time. Families saved pennies in jars. Children carried them as allowances, and countless hands exchanged them in stores, on buses, and in banks. The few coins that survived untouched are rare gems, almost miraculous in their preservation. They serve as tangible reminders of a bygone era and offer a direct connection to the lives of Americans from over 70 years ago. Collectors particularly value the 1953 wheat penny for its potential mint errors and unique characteristics. Coins with minor mistakes, unusual coloration, or rare mint marks are highly sought after and can dramatically increase in value. Numismatists spend years studying these details because they know that even subtle imperfections, or the complete absence of them, can make a coin exponentially more valuable. A flawless 1953 wheat penny is not just a collector's item. It is a symbol of fortune, prestige, and historical importance, a coin that transcends its humble face value. The thrill of owning such a coin lies in its rarity and story. Each 1953 wheat penny has survived decades of circulation, economic changes, and countless hands, yet some remain perfectly preserved, seemingly untouched by time. Holding one in mint condition connects the owner to history in a tangible and intimate way. For collectors, it is not just about monetary value. It is about legacy, pride, and the chance to own something so rare that very few in the world can claim it. The 1953 wheat penny is an emblem of opportunity, a tiny object with monumental significance. This coin also symbolizes the enduring power of small things. Though worth only a cent at its creation, the 1953 wheat penny now holds a power to create unimaginable wealth for its owner. Its preservation, rarity, and historical context combine to make it one of the most valuable and coveted coins in the world. It is proof that fortune can come from the smallest sources, and that history can hold treasures waiting for the right person to recognize their worth. Finally, the 1953 wheat penny reminds us that every coin has a story, and every collector holds a piece of history. A flawless penny from 1953 can transform ordinary life into extraordinary fortune, bridging past and present in the most tangible way possible. Its historical significance, rarity, and pristine condition make it an invaluable treasure for collectors and investors alike. Owning such a coin is not merely about wealth. It is about holding a fragment of history, a symbol of resilience, and a ticket to fortunes that few could ever dream possible. This is the magic and power of the 1953 wheat penny, a tiny coin with the potential to change lives overnight. Next up, imagine holding a coin in your hand that seems small and ordinary, yet it has the power to change your life forever. A 1955 wheat penny from the United States. To most people, it's just a 1-cent coin, but in flawless condition. It holds unimaginable wealth, enough to make someone a billionaire overnight. Minted during a period of post-war optimism and economic growth, this coin isn't just currency. It's a symbol of prosperity, resilience, and the promise of fortune. Owning a 1955 wheat penny in perfect condition is like holding a rare fragment of history, capable of transforming your destiny with a single glance. The 1955 wheat penny is one of the most iconic coins among collectors, not just for its age, but for the rare specimens that survived decades of circulation. Millions were produced, yet the vast majority were used in everyday transactions and suffered wear over time. Only a handful remain pristine, with sharp details and brilliant copper luster. It's these rare examples that fetch astronomical prices today, sometimes reaching into the millions of dollars. A coin in mint condition is not just a collector's dream. It's a treasure capable of altering lives. What makes the 1955 wheat penny extraordinary is its blend of history and artistry. The obverse features Abraham Lincoln, his calm and determined profile, symbolizing leadership, strength, and resilience, while the reverse showcases the classic wheat ears, representing growth and abundance. Each detail was meticulously crafted at the mint, reflecting the pride and care of the engravers. Over time, the coin has become a symbol of hope and perseverance, carrying with it stories of families, businesses, and everyday Americans who passed it from hand to hand in their daily lives. In today's numismatic market, a 1955 wheat penny in mint or near mint condition can command staggering sums. The value depends on its grade, luster, and the presence of any rare minting anomalies, but even a near-perfect coin can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Collectors seek every detail: the sharpness of Lincoln's features, the clarity of the wheat stalks, and the absence of circulation marks. Some coins, particularly those with doubling errors or misprints, can fetch even higher amounts, turning a simple cent into a fortune almost unimaginable. The historical significance of the 1955 wheat penny adds depth to its allure. Minted in a time of optimism and post-war prosperity, these coins circulated to the hands of millions of Americans, each carrying the stories of their everyday lives. Children saved them in jars, shopkeepers exchanged them for goods, and travelers used them to pay bus fares. The few coins that survived untouched are like time capsules, preserving the essence of the 1950s and offering a direct connection to a bygone era, making them invaluable to collectors and historians alike. Collectors particularly prize the 1955 wheat penny for its potential mint errors, such as a famous double-die variety, which is one of the most coveted coins in American numismatics. Coins with such errors are exceedingly rare and can dramatically increase in value, often commanding millions of dollars at auctions. Experts spend years studying these details because even subtle differences can make a coin exponentially more valuable. A flawless or rare 1955 wheat penny is not just currency, it's a symbol of fortune, history, and prestige. The thrill of owning a 1955 wheat penny lies in its rarity and story. Each coin that has survived decades aware carries an invisible narrative of history, economy, and human lives. The lucky owner of a perfect 1955 wheat penny is not just holding a coin. They are holding a tangible piece of history that few will ever touch. It represents not only wealth but also pride, achievement, and a connection to generations that witnessed the post-war era's struggles and triumphs. This coin is a powerful reminder that greatness often comes in small packages. Worth only a cent at its creation, the 1955 wheat penny now carries the potential to generate unimaginable wealth for its owner. Its preservation, rarity, and historical significance make it one of the most valuable coins in the world. Owning such a penny is more than an investment. It is holding a key to history and fortune that few can even imagine, turning a tiny piece of copper into a monumental treasure. Finally, the 1955 wheat penny is proof that history and fortune can converge in the most unexpected ways. It connects the past to the present, transforms ordinary life into extraordinary opportunity, and serves as a symbol of legacy and wealth. For anyone fortunate enough to possess a perfect 1955 wheat penny, it is not merely a coin. It is a ticket to unimaginable riches, a piece of living history, and a treasure capable of changing a life overnight. The 1955 wheat penny is not just currency. It is power, opportunity, and history, all captured in a single brilliant cent. Next up, imagine holding a coin that looks simple and ordinary, but carries within the potential to change your life forever, a 1948 wheat penny from the United States. To most people, it is just a 1-cent coin, yet in perfect uncirculated condition, it holds unimaginable wealth, capable of making someone a billionaire overnight. Minted in the post-World War II era, this coin is more than currency. It is a symbol of resilience, hope, and opportunity. Owning a flawless 1948 wheat penny is like holding a piece of history that can transform your future with its silent, yet overwhelming power. The 1948 wheat penny, officially part of the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, is one of the most prized coins among collectors around the world. While millions were minted, most entered circulation and endured years of wear, leaving only a rare few in pristine condition. These surviving examples, with perfect details and deep copper luster, are extraordinarily valuable. A single flawless 1948 wheat penny is not just a coin. It is a treasure, a key to unimaginable wealth that has the power to change lives overnight, making it one of the most sought-after pieces in American numismatics. What makes the 1948 wheat penny so extraordinary is a combination of history, artistry, and rarity. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's profile reflects strength, dignity, and resilience, while the reverse displays the iconic wheat ears, representing prosperity and growth. Every line, every curve, and every detail of this coin was carefully crafted by skilled engravers at the mint. Over the decades, most coins lost their sharpness, making the few that remain in mint condition exceedingly rare and astonishingly valuable, offering collectors a tangible connection to the post-war era. In today's market, a 1948 wheat penny in mint state can command jaw-dropping prices, often reaching into millions of dollars. Even pennies with minor flaws can fetch impressive sums, while coins in flawless condition are virtually priceless. Collectors and investors study every detail: the depth of Lincoln's features, the clarity of the wheat stalks, and the quality of the copper finish, to determine value. Some coins with rare errors or anomalies can be even more valuable, transforming a humble 1-cent coin into a fortune that seems almost unbelievable. The historical context of the 1948 wheat penny adds another layer to its allure. Minted during a period of recovery and optimism following World War II, these coins were part of a nation rebuilding itself, reflecting hope and economic growth. Families saved pennies in jars, children received them as allowances, and merchants exchanged them in daily trade. The few coins that survived untouched became silent witnesses to history, preserving the essence of a nation transitioning from wartime hardship to prosperity, making them invaluable both historically and financially. Collectors particularly prize the 1948 wheat penny for its potential mint errors or exceptional preservation. Coins with double dies, misaligned strikes, or other anomalies are rare and highly coveted, often commanding millions at auctions. Experts spend years studying these subtle differences, knowing that even the smallest detail can dramatically impact a coin's value. A perfect 1948 wheat penny is more than a coin. It is a symbol of fortune, prestige, and the careful preservation of history, a tiny treasure with monumental significance. The thrill of owning a 1948 wheat penny lies not only in its rarity, but in the story it carries. Each coin that has survived decades of circulation tells an invisible tale of families, businesses, and everyday Americans. Holding one in mint condition is like holding a piece of the past in your hand, a tangible link to history that few ever experience. For collectors, it represents achievement, pride, and the rare opportunity to possess something so exceptional that very few in the world can claim ownership. This coin also demonstrates that true value often comes in the smallest packages. Worth only a cent when minted, the 1948 wheat penny now has the power to create unimaginable wealth for those fortunate enough to own it. Its rarity, pristine condition, and historical significance combine to make it one of the most valuable coins in the world. Owning this penny is not just an investment. It is an opportunity, a chance to hold a piece of history that carries both financial and emotional weight. Finally, the 1948 wheat penny reminds us that history and fortune can intersect in extraordinary ways. A single coin, preserved through decades of change and circulation, has the potential to transform ordinary life into extraordinary opportunity. Its historical significance, rarity, and perfection make it a treasure for collectors and investors alike. For anyone fortunate enough to possess a flawless 1948 wheat penny, it is not merely a coin. It is a gateway to unimaginable wealth, a tangible connection to the past, and a symbol of legacy and fortune, capable of changing a life overnight.